when I had him as a professor. So,
Mayor Fetterman, we appreciate you coming on and continued success as you turn the town of Braddock, PA around. We appreciate your time.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here always.
All right. So for the second consecutive year, the U.S. military has lost more troops to suicide than it has to combat in Afghanistan and Iraq. It is eye-opening. It is staggering. And the reasons have proven to be difficult to determine. But the numbers are inescapable as American forces and their families continue to deal with the pressures of almost a full decade of nonstop war. John Donnelly writes for Roll Call, and he joins me live from Washington to talk about this. John, the military reported 434 suicides in 2010. That's up significantly from the 381 service members who took their own lives back in 2009. But these numbers don't really tell the whole story. So explain it to the viewers, or do they?
Well, yes and no. They tell a lot of the story. We don't know how much of the story they don't tell. Not included in those statistics are suicides that occur among certain reservists, people who are not on active duty. Some reservists are included in there, some are not. Veterans who have left the services and have moved on, but who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, if one of those people takes their lives, they're only included if they're on the VA's health rolls, and only a small fraction of veterans are. So there's large numbers that are excluded. But even this limited picture provides a very disturbing view of a trend that is getting worse.
John, explain to all of us, though, there's a difference that many people might not know in the kind of help that's available to reservists and then to the National Guard troops compared to that of active duty troops. What's the difference?
Well, if you're in active duty, you're assigned to a unit. It's like you're in a family, and there are a lot more regular contacts. For example, there are about 123,000 people who are members of what's called the Individual Ready Reserve. They're basically on call. There was a man named Coleman Bean from New Jersey who took his own life in 2008 after he'd served in Iraq. He'd come home. He was no longer attached to a unit. He was eligible for VA care, but he was having a hard time making contact with the VA, and essentially he fell through the cracks. Congressman Rush Holt from New Jersey is trying to get legislation passed that would a seemingly unobjectionable plan that would require phone calls to people like this every 90 days. But that has been blocked for 2 years in a row by senators.
Yeah, I was going to say that provision has been removed from the final defense appropriations bill, as you point out, over the last 2 years. It really is staggering, these numbers, to think about this, and we continue these two different fronts, these two different wars. John Donnelly from Roll Call, thanks for coming in. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
Navigating the rules of healthy living can be mind-boggling for people, so does it seem like there's a new study every day telling you what's good for you and what isn't, or is it just us telling you what's good for you and what isn't? We're going to sort through what you need to know about real medicine straight ahead, plus a surprise snowstorm with another one on the way. Yes, if you guessed that air travel would be effective, you'd be right. We're going to get you through the winter travel mess. The Weather Channel forecast is coming up next right here on MSNBC.
Introducing Cisco Yumi. Be together in high def on your TV. Exclusively at Best Buy's Magnolia stores. Cisco.
Feeding a family is difficult enough in today's economy. Now some politicians want the government telling me how I should do it. They want to put new taxes on a lot of groceries I buy, like soft drinks, juice drinks, sports drinks, even flavored waters. Trying to control what we eat and drink with taxes. Give me a break. I can decide what to buy without government help. The government is just getting too involved in our personal lives.
Government needs to trim its budget back and leave our grocery budgets alone.
Come on, follow me. We're gonna have a real good time. From now on, every day, we'll wake up to a different style. Trust what your heart feels. One time will stand still in this endless adventure. Move your world and think free.
for 3 hours.